Hey everybody, Brian here, and I am trying something different today. I am walking through the woods, super minimalist today. I have one camera and one lens, and I'm also using this as my vlogging setup. So I'm vlogging with this camera, and I'm also going to use it for photography. So right now, I have handheld in my hand the Olympus EM5 Mark III and the 9mm pan Leica lens, and this is a great lightweight combo, and it's giving me this super wide field of view and allowing me to talk to the camera and easily hold this. Weighs almost nothing, and because of the width of this lens and the digital stabilization, even though this is a 6-7-year-old camera now, the stabilization is still, I think, decent enough to walk around and talk with this to the camera with such a wide lens. I have IS mode 1 on, which is both horizontal and vertical stabilization, along with a little bit of a crop for digital stabilization. And we'll see when we get back just how well this footage is. But hand holding it, walking pretty slow, you know, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as some of the newer cameras, or especially the action cameras. But this is good enough, I think, for a minimalist setup to get out and make a video. All right, so yeah, this 9mm lens, right? It's super wide, but it's also got a really close focusing distance. So it's not a macro lens, but it's fun for close-up. And obviously it's just great for vlogging. It's so lightweight, and it's also weather sealed. You know, unlike a lot of the Olympus lenses, which are heavy, this thing is light, but also weather sealed. So not worried if we get a light drizzle or a little bit of rain out. I've had no issues with this lens. Even being a Panasonic lens on the Olympus body, the weather sealing has held up good enough. It's obviously not going to be as weather rated as my Olympus lenses, but good enough for a light drizzle or, you know, some inclement weather. It's really great also about this lens is 9mm is like the perfect vlogging length or width, in my opinion. I do not have to stretch my arm out very far, and I don't even need a selfie stick. When I'm using the 12mm or 14mm, that's pretty hard to hold in my hand and vlog to, and I really need to use an extension pole or a selfie stick or something. So this is great. No extra you know, crap to carry around. And also, that's what I like about this. If I'm doing video and photography, and I have the ability to switch back and forth like I am today, no need to carry the Pocket 3 or the GoPro, and hopefully this will just turn out fine. As far as audio, right now I do have the Rode Wireless Go 2. I have the receiver in the hot shoe on the camera, plugged in with the cable, and using the wireless transmitter. So this should work out pretty good. It has the dead cat on top, so there should be minimal to no wind noise out here. Right now what I want to do though is show you just how well this 9mm performs close up. So again, this is not a macro lens, but we can get very close. All right, so you can see this bush here, and let's just see how close we can get in. And I have this set to continuous autofocus right now, so it should keep focusing. There's actually some bees here too, so we might get lucky and be able to get some bees in action on these purple flowers. So this lens, it's a lot of fun for doing close-up photography, but in general, the wide angle is really challenging for me. I recently watched a video why your wide angle photos suck or are not good. I'll post the link in the description. But in this video, he gave some really good tips on just how to compose photographs with an ultra wide angle lens. But I would love to get better at shooting with this ultra wide lens and getting better photographs. Really, I highly recommend watching the video, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to composition. Yeah, a lot of my photos with this lens do just kind of suck, and I got to get better with it, because I really would love to master this lens for not only, vlogging like I'm doing right now, and, pseudo macro or close-up shots, but I would love to just be better at composing with it, because it's a fun lens. It's light, like I said, it's weatherproof, and I just love the way the tones and the colors out of this lens. It seems different from my Olympus lens, and I like it. It makes me kind of wonder about some of the other Panasonic Leica branded lenses. Oh, one thing to keep in mind, if you're going to be shooting 120 frames per second on the EM5 Mark III and the OM5, it will not actually continuously autofocus. So you need to set your focus and then start recording. So what I do is I leave it in picture mode or photo mode. I focus really close with the 9mm, and then I switch it to video mode and start recording. And that way I get the closest focusing distance, and it's just manual focus at that time. But it seems like the 9mm, I'm not sure, I need to check in the settings, but it's not actually allowing me to adjust the focus with the ring on the lens once I am actually in the recording mode. So that might be one of the, one of the things that is better with the Olympus lenses. But again, it's worth it. And honestly, if I'm doing super close up like that anyways, I just want to keep it at the closest focusing distance and move the camera. So not so bad. So let's do some footage in 120 frames per second with a close focusing distance, and we'll see what kind of results we can get with this lens. All right, now we're just back in regular 4K 30 FPS, and there's this beautiful grasshopper. I did get some slow motion footage, but now I want to allow the camera to refocus as it needs to. So now if I can just keep the focusing target, the continuous autofocus should do its thing. Keep this beautiful grasshopper in focus. I had my hand stretched out so far, kind of leaning over the bank of the water here, that it was really hard to tell me if I was getting anything in focus, so I won't really know until we get back how well either the slow motion footage or the regular footage turned out, let alone the pictures. But I could tell that when I did get the center focusing dot when doing photos, right on the blade of grass or the grasshopper, I could tell it was focusing. So hopefully I had my camera settings ready to go and was able to nail a few shots. It was a very colorful, beautiful grasshopper. Yeah, sometimes it's fun to just grab and go. I can keep this lens and camera, just sitting ready to go, and I'm out the door. I don't have to worry about did I bring the strap? Did I bring the batteries for the GoPro? Did I bring the charger? Did I bring this? This is super easy, super minimal. So I'm hoping the quality's decent, and then I might try this again. And it's also really fun for taking some close-up photos with this 9mm, so you can get out and have some fun. A lot of times with macro, we're thinking, we want to get that 1:1 or 2:1 reproduction, but I think this is close to 0.25:1, which isn't too bad. And it's, man, I'd be able to just get so close and give beautiful background separation when you are focusing that close.